Hey guys, welcome to another video. So last year I paid for 1Password, Google Photos, Adobe Acrobat and Dropbox. That was $500 gone for services running on someone else's computer. Then I built a home server and I canceled every single one of them. Today I'm showing you the exact 5 apps I replaced them with. All open source and running on hardware that I already own. If you've been thinking about self-hosting but don't know where to start, this is the video for you. All right, let's get started. First, cancel your subscriptions. Take a look at this number, $540. That is how much money you can save every year with these free apps. So, this is not free with a catch. This is actually free, self-hosted on your own machine under your control. We are replacing 5 things today: a password manager, a photo backup service, a PDF editor, a bookmark manager, and a cloud file storage app. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to install and why. Let's go. So to get started, you're gonna need one of the following. You need a home server. That's it. So a home server can be anything. It could be an old laptop, a mini PC, a Raspberry Pi, or a full NAS that you have around. And that's possibly actually my personal favorite that I use. You need Docker Compose. You need also Docker on that machine. Both are completely free. Installation takes about 5 minutes. I have guides on this channel. Links will be in the description below. Every app runs in its own isolated container. You deploy each one with a single Compose file. You paste it, you save it, run it, and you will be done. You do not need to be a Linux expert or know how to write code to run these apps. All you have to do is copy and paste. App number 1 is Vaultwarden. This is a self-hosted password manager that replaces the 1Password and LastPass app completely. Here's what makes it different from other cloud password managers. Your passwords never leave your server, not once, not ever. There is no company storing your vault somewhere that you cannot see. There is no monthly fee and you pay nothing after you set it up. It uses the official Bitwarden browser extension, completely unchanged. All you have to do is to install the same extension that millions of other people already use. It just points to your server instead of Bitwarden's cloud. So, how does it work? You can actually have this on any platform. That includes iOS, Android, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari. Pretty much all of them. The security details for people who care are AES 256 encrypted vault on your own hardware. That is the same standards that many banks use. Even if someone physically accesses your server, the vault data is useless without your master password. So, as an example, 1Password for family costs about $36 a year. Vaultwarden costs $0. If you find this helpful, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. I post home lab and self-hosting content every week and I don't want you to miss it. So for app number 2, we have Immich, and this is your Google Photos replacement. And to be honest, it might be even better than Google Photos. Let me tell you all about it. So with intelligence features, this is where it gets really good. You've got AI face recognition, which looks at every photo and put people into groups on its own. You do not have to tag anything. You do not set up anything. It just works. You've got smart search, which basically means that if you type in the keyword that you need, it will just find the things, but without calling it that. So it uses machine learning, not just file names, to understand what is in each picture. So you've got things like the map view, where every photo that has a GPS data gets placed on a world map, so you can scroll through your travel history just by looking at the map. You've got things like backing up, sharing, and things like that. So most people will ask, how about on my phone? How do I back up my pictures? So this has the mobile auto backup, which means that you can install your Immich app on your phone and it will back up every new picture in the background. It works exactly the same way that Google Photos does it right now. You can share albums and favorite things, add things to the timeline, put things in the trash, basically the same way that Google Photos do it. On top of all of that, your pictures basically stay private. You don't have to give them to Google to scan, and no outside company trains on your family pictures. For the cost comparison, here's what you can do. So for Google Photos with 100 gigabyte, it will cost you $3 a month. iCloud 2 terabyte will also cost you about $10 a month. Immich will cost you $0, and you can store everything on your own equipment. So in savings, it's between $30 to $120 depending on what you have as a plan with iCloud or Google Photos. For app number 3, we have Stirling-PDF. It replaces Adobe Acrobat Pro, and I want you to see how complete it really is. At the moment, Adobe Acrobat Pro costs between $96 and $180 a year. With Stirling-PDF, you get a full PDF toolkit that runs right in your browser on your server for free. For basic document work, it covers everything you would normally pay for. With merge and split, you can combine many PDF files into one or cut one into separate pages. You do it with drag and drop, no technical steps needed. With compress, you can make a file smaller before you send it by email. With convert, you can basically go between PDF, Word, Excel, and image files in both directions. PDF to Word, PDF to PDF, Word to PDF, image to PDF, all of it just works. For the most advanced work, it has tools that usually cost extra. So OCR, you can take a scanned document that it is just a picture and turn it into a searchable text. This is great for old invoices, contracts, or anything you scanned years ago. With Watermark, you can add text or images on top of a PDF in just a few seconds. With digital signatures, you can sign a document without printing a single page. With Password Protect, you can lock any PDF or remove a lock that you no longer need. And there is much more that you can do. There are no upload limits at all. There is no you use your free trial or anything like that. There is no account needed. Everything just runs on your server. And for app number 4, we've got Linkwarden. This is a bookmark manager that replaces raindrop.io or Pocket. But it does one thing that those apps do not do. And this is actually what I use the most pretty much every single day. With the archive feature, everything that gets saved becomes permanent. Every time you save a link, Linkwarden takes a full screenshot of the whole page. That page then is stored on your server and stays there as long as you need it. Even if the website goes offline tomorrow, your content is still right there. A dead link is not dead anymore. With the rest of its features, basically you will be able to stay organized very easily. It has a full text search, which means that you can search inside every saved page, not just the title. So if you remember a word from an article that you have saved, you will be able to find it in seconds. You've got collections and tags that help you sort everything in a way that makes sense to you. Don't forget about the browser extension that also help you save any page you are on right now with one click. Shareable Collections sends a full list of links to anyone using just one URL. In my own use, I save, research, document, tutorials, and anything that I might just need later. Everything is saved and archived and searchable on your server forever. And at this point, Raindrop.io or, the other one, Pocket, cost a lot of money, up to like $45 a year. Linkwarden will cost you $0. And for our app number 5, we have File Browser. It is your self-hosted Dropbox. This is basically the simplest way I can put it. So this has a clean web page that shows you every file on your server. You can reach it from any device, you can open it in any browser, you can access it pretty much from anywhere in the world. For everyday tasks, it handles everything that you would use Dropbox for. With drag and drop, you can upload and download files without installing any software. You just open the browser, that's all you need to do. With user accounts, you can also make accounts for any family members and set what each person can see. Your kids can see their own folders, but not yours. With sharing links, you can create public links or a password protected link for any file in seconds. You send the link to anyone, they do not need an account to open it. So you've got things like built-in code editor. So this means that you can open and edit any text or config file right in the browser. You do not need a terminal. All you do not actually even need an SSH session. You just need to click and type. In my own life, I use this every time I am away from home and that I need a file from my computer. So it is the simplest app that I actually can replace Dropbox. And at the end of the day, Dropbox will cost you up to like $120 per year, which basically saves you all of that amount per year if you use File Browser. All right, now let's look into the math. So before we do that, if you have not subscribed yet, now it's a good time. On this channel, I cover practical self-hosting and home lab content that actually works in real life. Hit subscribe so that the next video comes to you automatically. Now, let's look into the math. So let's add it all up now. For Vaultwarden against 1Password family, you will be saving around $36 per year. For Immich against Google Photos or iCloud, you will be saving around $120 per year. For Stirling-PDF or Adobe Acrobat, you'll be saving around $180. For Linkwarden against Raindrop or Pocket, you'll be saving around $45 per year. For File Browser against Dropbox Plus, you might be actually saving around $120 per year. 5 apps, 1 server, 0 subscriptions, up to $540 every year forever. Your server pays off for itself. Basically, every year after that is pure savings. Now, before you go build this, there are 3 things that really matter. For your data, make sure you have backups. Self-hosted does not mean that your data is safe from a hard drive failure. So a hard drive can fail, a power surge can happen, both have happened to me personally. So before you rely on any of these apps, set up automatic backups. For backup tools, you can use things like Borgmatic or Duplicati. Basically, these are better for beginners. The simple rule is that if your data is not at least in 2 places, then it doesn't really exist. For access, I use something like a reverse proxy. A reverse proxy gives all apps a real HTTPS addresses and a clean name. Instead of typing in like 192.168.1.100 port 8080, you will just type in photos.yourdomain.com. So for the easiest way to start, use one of these 2 options. You can use Nginx Proxy Manager. This has a web interface and takes under 10 minutes to set up if you get into it. Traffic is another option, but this is more powerful and basically will take you a lot of time to set it up, but it's worth it in the end. Do not put anything on the internet without HTTPS. This is not a suggestion. For your first week, start with one app only. Pick up one app, basically from this list that we just did. Get it running, keep it stable, learn from where it stores its data. And then after that, add the next one and the next. Go one at a time. Running 5 broken apps is always worse than running one that actually works perfectly. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. We've covered 5 apps, 5 subscriptions cancelled, and also up to $500 back into your pocket. So here's everything that we covered. We've seen Vaultwarden, Immich, Stirling-PDF, Linkwarden, and File Browser. All of this run on your hardware for free. So if this video helped you, please hit like. It will tell the algorithm that this content is worth showing to other people. So subscribe and turn on the notifications to know what is coming next. Drop a comment below and also tell me which of these 5 apps you are already running or that you will install first. I read every single comment. See you in the next video. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.